initial surprise attack, brigades of the Union Army halted General Johnston's advance, and from 10 o'clock until late in the afternoon, Northern troops held the line against wave after wave of suicidal infantry assaults. Huge numbers of Confederates are said to have died in this hornet's nest of violence. I am willing to play quit with them in this matter of war. This account and many others has stood the test of generations of descendants, but it is not the carnage alone that explains why the South lost this battle. Union troops were not firing very many rounds. Had they been facing wave after wave of advancing infantry, there would have been large numbers of dropped mini-balls here. The archaeological evidence undermines the accepted version of events at the Hornet's Nest. And that's not all. In 1866, the United States War Department came here with a mission to disinter Union troops and rebury them in the newly established National Cemetery. They made a mile march towards Shiloh. It took them all of 3 days.
They had no sooner started the march and started
training, and they wanted to be sure that their guns still worked.
They needn't have done this. As inexperienced Southern troops tested their weapons indiscriminately, the noise could have alerted the Union Army to their presence. So how was it that the Confederacy was still able to maintain the element of surprise? Confederate advance parties were probing the Union lines, suggesting that an attack was imminent. But Sherman, who was positioned at the front of the Union forces, dismissed all reports as scaremongering. Gave the reports, and they came across Confederate pickets. A firefight ensued. The battle had begun. Beauregard.
A man behind me raised up to shoot and was shot and fell over on me. And at the same time, the man on my left
got a ball on the left shoulder, making 3 wounded right by me in less than 5 minutes. And I thought sure the next bullet was mine. The enemy took us by surprise, and we never got aware of their approach until they made an attack on our advanced regiments who were eating breakfast. The Union troops were in disarray. With a combination of skilled judgment and good luck, the South had achieved total surprise. Confederate General Johnston's charismatic leadership also proved crucial when his troops began looting the Union encampments.
He tried to regain control.
But Johnston was an ambitious commander, confident it would work. Yet right from the start, a number of Confederate attacks floundered.
offensive to bog down, literally, early in the battle.
Southern troops tried to find another way across the creek, only to run into more problems.
They move up this way. There's no way to navigate it without either stumbling or tripping or falling.
Extract themselves from this location. It was the same story for brigades on other parts of the battlefield. Amidst the chaos of the attack and struggling to regain their position, the Confederates were gradually...
Infantry come across the field to mount an assault.
Inferior ammunition and a breakdown of command and control were preventing the swiftest century to have. Around 5:30 in the afternoon, Union troops in the Hornet's Nest surrendered. But the momentum lost on the battlefield earlier in the day made this a hollow victory.
As they do, they keep the Confederates awake. They don't get any rest.
The Confederates had pushed the Union troops back, but not as far as they'd planned. They still expected that morning would bring them certain victory. Now, they were unable to catch any rest. and were constantly reminded that the Union forces